Hello, my name is Marty Heward, and I'm a Dynamics CRM Solutions Architect for SalesMetrix. We are a leading implementation partner for Dynamics CRM located in Houston, Texas. What I am going to demonstrate to you today is a typical quote-to-order process utilizing Dynamics CRM as the front-end platform for salespeople to enter in a quote quickly, while seamlessly integrated with a back-office platform that is storing business data and rules. Before I demonstrate this process, it is important to mention that I will be quoting a fictional contact who works for a customer or organization that has been integrated with a back-office ERP, in this case SAP, using web services. This customer, Fabricam Incorporated, has a unique customer number that has been integrated, along with terms and conditions that will be propagated down to the quotation and ultimately the sales order that is sent back to SAP. Typically, the material master table and other supporting tables like payment and freight terms are integrated with CRM as well to improve performance and avoid unnecessary network traffic during transactions. Let us begin the process by creating a quotation record in CRM. To do so, I simply click the New button. There are a few required fields I must populate first, starting with the title and the individual I am quoting. You'll notice that CRM recognizes the default customer terms and copies them down to the quotation. Of course, these could be changed if necessary on the quotation record. The bill to and ship to address are also defaulted in from the customer I selected. These could be changed as well. To save time during the quoting process, we are able to use templates of information that will be copied to the email subject and body, so that when the salesperson or user sends this quote to the customer, typically all they have to do is click one button. After I enter in the remaining required fields, I am now able to save this draft quote and add the products or line items which I am quoting. In this example, I will be quoting one standard SAP material and one ETO, or engineered to order. Some may call configured product. To add a line item, I'm going to click the New button here on the quote detail grid. Now in this example, even though I know the product number, I could also type in a product description. I have a couple of matches here, so let me choose one. Notice how I have a list price which was copied from the material master table in CRM. In this implementation example, the salesperson is expected to quote material at or above the recommended price. The recommended price is a dynamic amount that is specific to this customer, material, and quantity. Since the pricing information resides in SAP, as soon as I enter in a quantity here, Dynamics CRM will make a web service call to SAP, passing customer, material, and quantity, and SAP will return the recommended price. Let me demonstrate that here quickly. Most organizations have discounting rules. This implementation example allows for a quote price to be less than the recommended price. However, it cannot be sent to the customer without proper approval. I have two buttons up here that I can preview or email my customer this quotation record. But you'll see I get a message here saying the quote has to be activated in order to send it. The approval level in this case is determined by the % discount and total amount of the quotation. As a quick example of that rule, you'll see I am not able to activate this quotation and send to my customer until a proper approval has been given for my discount. So to demonstrate that, I'll drop my quote price from $685 to $650 and save and attempt to activate it so I could preview or email. And you see I get this message back from the system saying I cannot proceed until approval has been given. To avoid that approval process, I'm going to adjust my quote price back to the recommended price. It is not uncommon for salespeople to discuss product alternatives for their customers. In this example, we have allowed for a salesperson to identify an alternate product that does not affect the amount of the quote. It would also increase the line number by a single digit rather than by 10. The second line item I am adding is not standard product, but engineered or configured. If you had product configurator software, this is where Dynamics CRM could be integrated with it, and after the input parameters are entered, the price would come back to CRM just as SAP sent back the recommended price in the previous line item. In this case, the recommended price for engineered product is populated by a product manager who has the ability to enter a value into this field. This process is managed by a series of workflows that are automatically triggered by the system. Since I am logged in as an administrator, I have this permission as well. These two fields, the list price and recommended price, would be read-only for most users. Now that I have entered the material I am quoting, and I do not have any discounts, I am able to activate this quote and email it to my customer. If I wish to preview the quote in PDF format before emailing to the customer, I can do this by clicking the preview button. You'll notice the quotation includes the email body, material detail, and terms and conditions. It is not uncommon to choose a quote template during this process, though we do not have this functionality deployed in this implementation. Only one template was required. Now that I have reviewed my quotation, I am able to email it by clicking the email button. As mentioned earlier, the email body itself is pre-populated with information from my quote record. The PDF I just reviewed is attached here. In this case, the user has the ability to review the email before being sent. Standard Dynamics CRM activity tracking is utilized. As you can see here, the email is associated with the quote record in CRM. Assuming I do not have to make a revision to this quotation, and the customer accepts my price and would like to place an order, I can replicate this simply by clicking the Create Order button from the quotation. The quotation is closed as one, and I have a CRM order record available for review. There is no restriction from immediately sending the order to the ERP. However, in this implementation, the salesperson enters in a PO number and possibly a date before sending to SAP. They could also change any default terms if need be. All I have to do to submit this order to SAP is click the Submit Order button, which sends an immediate request to SAP via Web Services and returns an order number. You'll see my order becomes read-only as well. And to validate this order in SAP, 23292. 23292. We'll see the order in SAP. Well, I appreciate your time today. Thanks for watching.